two cops on leave after a video goes viral of them kicking, beating a black male during an arrest. Here it is.
Hey! Show your hands! Show your hands! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get your hands out! Don't move! Move! Watch out, watch out. He's got the dog, watch out. Hey, get him in there, get him in there, get him in there. Oh my God! Oh my! Get your hands! He's already been tased. Taser! Oh! Stop resisting! Taser! I'm out! Taser! We're fighting. We're trying to get him in custody. Watch out! Watch out! Stop! Behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Stop! Behind your back! Hands! You just kicked him in the head! Behind your back! Get him! Got one! Give me your other hand! Give me your hand! Okay. Oh my God!
Put it up full mass. These cops are now on leave, not after the incident, but after it went viral. Two suburban Detroit police officers are now under investigation. After police video of officers arresting a black male accused of a domestic violence encounter shows one officer kicking him in the head during a chaotic arrest. The man's attorney calls this, quote, a gang-style beating, end quote. Sterling Heights Police said Wednesday that it released the edited, nearly 9-minute-long video footage in the spirit of transparency. The Sterling Heights Police Department said two officers have now been placed on administrative leave while the Sheriff's Department investigates the February 25th arrest of Mr. Gary Young, who's 36 years of age. The Sterling Heights man was accused of kneeing a woman in the face and choking a youth, according to the mix of body camera and dash camera video that begins with officers arriving at a residence and speaking to the alleged victims in the city about 23 miles north of Detroit. Now, I want to say this. I know there are some who are going to push back at the narrative because of the alleged offense. Understand these things are separate. In a court of law, during the judicial process, you are innocent until proven guilty. Cops are not to be your judge, jury, and executioner, or even judge, jury, and assaulter. That is not how this works. This is part of a professional process. There's more. Police captions in the video state that the pursuit reached speeds of 90 miles per hour, traversed 13 miles, and that Young ran 6 red lights and swerved into oncoming traffic while being intoxicated, highly intoxicated, according to the report. He also had a flat tire. He was also accused of attempting to run over an officer, police said. Young's vehicle crashed along a street and Interstate 94, according to the county prosecutor. Police said Young had a blood alcohol level twice the legal driving limit and that he sustained minor injuries from the arrest. In addition to domestic violence charges, Young, who is out on bond, faces charges of fleeing police, assaulting, resisting police, and operating with his license suspended, operating a vehicle. Police said the next court hearing in the criminal case is scheduled for April 11th. Now, here's the reality. The way these officers handled the arrest, his charges will likely be dropped. Now, if he's guilty of these things, he should be adjudicated properly in a court of law. Because of how these officers handled it, a prosecutor has to now contend with the reality of civil rights being violated during the arrest and post-arrest. And that could be enough to simply dismiss all charges against him. And also, the city itself could face a significant financial penalty for the violations. You see, we call that defunding the police. But when the police defund the police, there's no problem. When the police are the ones creating the catalyst for the defunding apparatus, not an issue. But when there's a young black male or young black female who says defund the police on Twitter, all of a sudden, Well, we have a problem with that. Isn't that interesting? Let's put up the chief. Buck stops with the chief of police, Dale Jakowiski. I'm sure I slaughtered the name. Said, quote, "We want to be as transparent as possible during this entire process. Not only what the actions of the suspect, but the actions of our officers. Everyone has to be accountable, everybody. And that accountability starts with this independent investigation." So he's not doing what other chiefs have done previously, which is immediately 100% jump to the defense of the officers, okay? Even though he's not being heavy-handed enough, in my opinion, as to what he saw. He saw a bad arrest. He knows good and damn well that's a bad arrest. And all of those commands, with not one single command being the one command that everyone hears and follows, is intentionally meant to confuse the individual, okay? The officers know how to do this. They do it routinely as culture. Ask any cop that you know personally, they will tell you off record, this is something that we do when we want to confuse a suspect and whoop his ass. That's it. That's it. Which also means they've done it before. All right. Ida, thoughts here?
I mean, I just want to know what car on a flat tire can go 90 miles an hour, because I need that.
That's a feat. Yeah.
Because I would like to know, the dehumanization of Black lives is something that happens constantly in the media. And that when people do stuff like this, they justify it in their minds. Oh, he beat somebody, he beat a youth, you said it. Now we're not going to see that come to pass. And those people who really deserve justice get it, because these people decided to take this in their hands. I just think it's so interesting that he's such a dangerous criminal, but he's out on bond.
Right.
And usually when somebody is a danger to the public, a flight risk, when somebody feels like they're just really that bad, they don't really get out on bond like that. So I just think that this is such an interesting story. Shame on those people. Shame on the people who are friends and family with those people that don't check them. I feel sorry for the women who are probably married to these monsters, because the domestic violence amongst law enforcement is so high. Yeah. But you think about that and you look at that kind of stuff, and then you wonder why some people feel the way that they do about law enforcement, but all we continue to see is this type of behavior.
You make a great point. They attempt to dehumanize the individual so that you can look the other way. And if you allow that to happen, you are allowing them to control the narrative. And if they control the narrative, there is no transparency where controlled narratives exist. So if they do it to them, they could do it to you. Don't make any mistake about it. We'll follow this story, bring you updates as it comes.